Hi, my name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today is No Waste Wednesday. And I've got a few bits and pieces on my desk, as you can see here. Well, quite a few bits actually, so let me just go through them. I'm going to do a couple of grungy little tags, and I found, the reason I'm doing them, by the way, is because I found these on our garage floor, believe it or not, and I just saw them lying there and I thought they would just make fantastic little grungy tags, wouldn't they? Or grungy something or other. So I retrieved them, and then this has been sitting around for absolutely ages, and it's old masking tape that was used, I think, when my other half painted, I don't know, possibly the fence. I don't recognise anything in that colour, to be honest with you, that's in our garden. But yeah, so that I've got literally loads of that, and I thought that would be lovely, all grunged up as it is, to work with as well. So I've got those. I've pulled out a few little bits of labels and things, and some little mini letters. I have got a piece of file card which I'm going to cut up in a moment to make up the tags, and I've also got this. Now this is a copy of a copy. I had an old copy of a census book from 1800 and something, and I pulled one of the pages out and grunged it all up using alcohol inks. And this is the result of it, and I just took a photocopy of it basically, and I thought that would be nice as a background. And then the other thing I've got is this, which is the papers I use when I'm doing stuff on my desk, and I just use it to protect the desk. And there's lots of lovely detail and things on there which I think would make a good background as well. So that's what I'm playing with today. I've also got this, which was a tag that I made from the remnants of my steampunk journal. So I've also got that as well, which I may use. So I'm just going to crack in and make a start. Lots of bits and pieces here that I wouldn't ordinarily use. So yeah, let's just see how we get on. Now, I have got some little designs from the Maremi Collage books of the Industrial Collection. So I'm going to try and use some of these up as well. So it's all going to be a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy session. I want some decent sized tags, so I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go with 3-inch tags. I think that would work quite well, 3-inch, and maybe 6-inch long. Yeah, I think 6-inch would work okay. So let me cut this down to 6-inch first of all, and then I'll just cut some tags from that. I won't use that bit because that bit is already scored. I might be able to use it for something, but I'm not quite sure what at the moment. I'll put that in my something box. So what am I doing? I want to do 3 inches, don't I? It's just as well that was 6 inches, because now that gives me 2. And let me cut this one down. No, that wants to be 6 inches. Oh, my brain's gone. I'm a little bit fried. There we go. And then this one, I'm not sure what I'm going to get from this one. In fact, how big is that? That's just under 5. So if I go just over 2.5, then I'll just end up with a couple of narrower tags, won't I? Maybe about there. Couple of narrower tags. Oh, I cut those really well, didn't I? But they'll do. We'll see what we get from them. Okie doke. So first thing I want to do is to pop a little bit of background on. So I thought I would use this potentially for the background of one of them. And maybe that bit there looks nice, doesn't it? So, mind you, it doesn't really matter which way round I do it, does it? They're both quite nice. I wonder if I go... It's a bit of a waste of paper, but I'm going to stick that on there because I quite like the design there, to be honest with you. Let's just see what I get with it. It's only... this paper I get from... or I got from IKEA. They were selling rolls of it. Oh, why can't I get that off? They were selling rolls of it, and it's just for, it's like kids' drawing paper, but it's lovely to use as protection for your desks, and also once you've done that, like I say, you can use it. Just debating what side to use. I think I want to use that side. So if I've done that right, I'm going to pop that about there. Yeah, so it's nice once you've used it up for that to use it for this type of thing too. That's not sticking down very well, is it? So we'll see where we go with that. And then this piece, I want to, where was the bit that I liked on here? There. I'm going to pop this bit on there, I think. And like I say, I'm really not bothered about wasting too much of this paper because, like I say, it's just cheap stuff that I use when I'm working on my desk with mucky stuff. So it doesn't really make a lot of odds, to be fair. I'm going to move that up a little bit because that's not square on that edge. Okay, let's just cut these out and see where we go. Scissors, there they are. Okay, let's have a look, see what we've ended up with here. So I've got one of the slightly thinner tags and one of the slightly bigger ones. And then we're going to see what becomes of them. So I hope you're all well and having a good week. My kids are on holiday this week. I've got my granddaughter for a couple of days this week. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? By the time this video goes out, she'll have gone back home, but I had her, will be yesterday and Monday, which was nice to spend a bit of time with her again. That's lovely. Happy with that one. Nice little bit of grunge going on there. And we'll cut this one out too, see what we end up with this one. Oops. Cut into the tag itself there, never mind. Yeah, I'm hoping for some nice weather this week. We had those few nice days last week, didn't we? I think it was last week. Well, that's not too bad, is it? That's quite nice too. Okay, so we've got those. So those are actually going to be the back. So these will be the journaling spaces. I'm going to decorate this side of them. So I'm going to move that out of the way for now. And we're going to see what we're going to do. I'm not really sure. I don't really work with grunge a lot, to be fair. So this is a newish enterprise for me. I wonder if I should just cover them with some of this first. What do you think? I think I'm going to cover them with that first. Oh, and I'm also hoping upon hope today. I'm going to keep jumping up and checking that I'm recording. But I'm hoping amongst hope that I've resolved the issue with my camera keep turning itself off, because I've had lots of issues with it. And I think I mentioned before that I had deleted a lot of stuff off because I thought perhaps it was the memory space. And then when I went back in, I found a whole load of stuff that I wasn't even aware of. So I have deleted an awful lot more, and I'm hoping that that will have resolved the whole issue. I don't know if it has. Today is a kind of test run to see if I have resolved it. I just hope so, because it has been really frustrating, and it can't be very good for you guys where I have to keep jumping the video all the time. I've tried to do it so that it doesn't affect the videos too much, and I hope I've succeeded. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Trials and tribulations and all that malarkey. Right then, let's cut these and let's see what I've ended up with there. Oh, I might as well leave that under there actually, so that I've got something to work on. Let's cut this out. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to have to straighten that up when I've done, because that looks a bit of a crooked mess. I do like these though. These have come out nice, haven't they? That's not sticking down on there. Come on, stick down. Right, and that's that one done. Okay. Quite happy with that actually. Very grungy, isn't it? Nice. And if it turns out okay, I might even make some more. Like I said, I don't really do grunge generally. They look alright, don't they? Happy with them. Okay, I'm going to pop some of this on. I think I'm going to go with these little bits here actually. I'm just going to go with the flow on this. I'm going to tear some of this off and use this. Grab my old glue book. There we go. Glue book grabbed. Let's pop some glue on there. Do I want the... Ugh, all glued up now. Nice. Just wondering how I want that. I think I'll pop that on there. There we go. Okay. Just have a check. Oh, we're still recording at the moment. Time will tell. Now then, I need to glue this quite carefully because it's really quite fragile actually. I've no idea how long it's been on the garage floor for. As you can see, it's oops, there we go, see? Very fragile. Oh, it's all fallen to pieces on me. Oh, never mind. Hopefully I can salvage enough of it to make something from it, because that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Let's see what we've got. Okay. I'm going to go across here with that. Okay. not sure I'm entirely convinced, but you know what? You guys, oh, look at the muck on there. That's probably come off that paper. I don't know what's on it, to be fair. It's probably oil and all sorts. But you know what? Let's just give it a go. Yeah, there's probably some people out there thinking, oh my God, what is she using? Never mind. Got to try these things out, haven't you, when you see them? I want to pop that. I'm not going with any rhyme or reason on this. I am literally just sticking it on down. Okay, that one and that one. Nice. And I'm going to use this bit here. I think I'll pop that in there. Let me just get rid of that. You may notice I'm using a Yoo-hoo stick. I found one. I thought I'd run out of them. I will use those other ones. Well, I've got to use those other ones up because I've bought them now. But I'm not that enamoured with them, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Oh, they are really mucky, aren't they? I don't know what that is on there. But we can certainly say it's grunge. Right then, so now I want to... Oh, she's lovely, isn't she? I like her a lot. I don't want too big a design on there, though, because... Oh, I'm having said that. Do you know, I'm desperate to use her. I just think she's lovely. What else have we got? Let's have a look, see. Got him. He's very cuteness, isn't he? Could just cut him out, maybe. And she's gorgeous. They're all lovely. I love these designs. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I like her. I'm going to use her. I think. Yeah, I'm going to use her. What did I do with my words? Let me just find some words. There they are. These are the ones I want. Okay. Right, let me get some ink. Deep Who. That's the one I want. Okay, going to pop a little bit of ink around her, just to knock back that whiteness. I don't want it too white. There we go. Missed that bit there. So I'm actually recording this on Sunday and the heavens have absolutely opened up. It's really nasty out there. Oh, mind you, she looks like she's lost there now, doesn't she, in amongst that lot? I wonder if I can perhaps... going to pop a little bit of lightness behind her, maybe. That's quite nice, isn't it? Or maybe actually pop her on there. What do you think? give her a bit of background. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop her on there because that just gives her a little bit of background and makes her more visible. So, my glue's not working. Why is my glue not working? Been using it all morning. I have, news. Yeah, I've finished my romantic journal, and that will be, that's going to be aired on Friday. So don't miss Friday's video, whatever you do, because that's going to be the reveal of my romantic journal, which I'm very excited about. Finally finished it. I'm going to pop that there. And I'm actually really happy with it. As with all things, I look at it and I think, oh, I could have done that better, or I could have done this better, or oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. But on the whole, I'm very pleased with it, and I hope you like it too when you see it. But like I say, that's going to be on Friday, folks. There we go. That's better, doesn't it? That makes her stand out a bit better. So I like that. Yes. Happy with that one. Okay. And then I've also got this here. I'm just wondering if that's going to be a bit too... No, I quite like it, actually. We're going to go with that. Pop that on. I'll pop that just under there a little bit. There we go. That's nice. And then a little word. What shall we have? Oh, tapestry weaves. That's what we're having on there. Let me pop my pin in my glue before I forget. There we go. Oh, that one's that one, isn't it? What did I say? Vintage weaves. Just get that bit off of there. I've had a bit of a clean up of my craft area. Hoovered the floor and put things away, because what I don't tend to do any cleaning up when I'm in the middle of doing a journal. I usually wait until I've finished it and then have a good old clean up. So I've done that this morning. So I've got a nice clean area to work with again. Oh, I didn't want that one. Where's the one I wanted? There. What was I thinking? Didn't want that one. I want this one here. I'm using tapestry weaves because I do feel that that's kind of weaved stuff. Okay. So let me do a little bit of inking around there. Give that a little bit of a do. There we go. I'll pop that one on there. And then pop that across there. Okay. Well, that, I can honestly say, is my first truly grunged tag that I've ever done. You'll have to let me know what you think, because like I say, I'm not generally a grungy person, to be fair. So this is all a new medium to me. I just want to take off the little corners on the bottom here, and then pop some ink. I want to give it a good ink, in keeping with the rest of it. Looks like my sponge is on its last legs. There we go. I think we can safely say that's definitely grunge, don't you? I think in hindsight I might have put a little bit of ink around there, but I'm actually okay with it, I think. So that's number 1 done. Let's try another one. Where was the other one that I did? It's there. Look, under all my bits. So we'll do a little old skinny one. Skinny Malinky. What are we doing on here, folks? Let's have a look. See. Now then. He's very cute. I quite like the flower too. I like him. I don't want anything too mahoosively big, to be fair. No, that's too big. She's too big. Oops, I'm chucking everything on the floor like I normally do. Never get through a video without chucking bits on the floor, because that's the rules. She's very lovely, isn't she? I like her. Oh, right, let's try and use potentially either one of those, or even possibly him. Let's go with some more of this. I'll just use a couple of bits of that. And actually, I think what I'd like to do on this one is just tear the edge so that it's not quite so uniform as it was. Although I quite like the darkness of this edge, to be fair. Let's tear that down. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same with this bit. As I say, this is all relatively new to me. I'm not, as I keep saying, I'm not a grungy person. I'm not sure that I've got the eye for it, to be fair. But you'll have to tell me what you think, if you wouldn't mind, because I always find feedback very helpful. Right, so if I go like so on those, maybe turn that bit round that way and that bit round that way. I've got some of this stuff left. I quite like this bit here, actually. I'm going to go with that bit, I think. So, I'm going to do a bit of layering. My hair's getting in my way. What's that? Is that? Oh, I don't want to throw those away. Right then, let me throw that one away. Let me pull my sleeves up like I mean business. Okay, so I'm going with this bit first. And I want to put that bit down there. I'm going to go for a little bit of a layered thing going on, and then pop a little bit of glue on this one. Try not to rip the life out of it like I did on the other pieces. There we go. Okay, I think that's okay. And then I think I'd like that way round. That's that one. I think what this was masking tape, potentially. I know this stuff was definitely masking tape, but I think this was as well, and I think it's just like strips of masking tape kind of married together, which is why it's all a bit bitty. That's what I'm guessing anyway. I don't really know, to be fair. And then I don't want that quite so long actually, so I'm going to take that bit off there. And then pop that there. That looks nice. Quite happy with that. Okay. Now then, if I was to introduce some blue, and I say that because there's some blue on her little dress there, but I don't want to cover all this up. How am I going to do that? Like that, potentially? Let me cut that down a little bit. Maybe I cut that down about there. What do we reckon to that? I think I've cut that too short now, actually. That's what I think. Unless we bring her up a little bit. What do we think of that? I'm going to tear some of this off, and then I'm going to grunge up the edges and see if I like that. I just want to take the square edge away and see if I like it. If I don't like it, I won't use it, because that's the beauty of this sort of thing, isn't it? If you don't like it, do something else. I've got both the dogs in here with me today, so if you can hear the snuffling, it's one of the dogs. Okay, just giving her a little bit of a nudge. And just pop some ink around her. Pop a little bit of ink around this one. Okay. Right, I'm going to stick, I'm committing myself to this. Oh, my ink's leaking. My ink? My glue even. My glue's leaking. It doesn't normally do that. What's going on? Okay, I'm going to pop that down there. And then, where's the other bit is there? I want her over there slightly, so I want that about there. Okay. that one. I think I said a bit further up than that, didn't I? How's that? Is that about right? That is. Perfect Amundo. Right, I'm just going to use glue stickles for this. Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit of glooby-doo. Stand her on that line there. Okay. I really like that, actually. I really like it. I really do. I like that number there. I think that works really nicely. So that's good. Get a mark there. Just make sure that all sticks down. Okay, that's that. And then what should we go with here? Vintage charm. I think that'll do that. Just to give that, in actual fact, I'm going to go around the edges with that. And as you can see, this is how I get these backgrounds on here, just by using up these bits here. Like that. Although, do I want... No, I think I prefer this, to be fair. I'll pop that on there. I'm going to go across there with that. Okay. Just corner me edges. That's a 1. And a 2. Look at the state of my hands already. Look at them, they're filthy. Well, this is grunge in the truest form. Oh, I haven't done my little corners. Let's do my little corners. Oh, that one didn't work very well. Let me see if I can do that one again. Oh, that's close enough. It's close enough. Okay, I'm not doing anything with the tops of them because at the end of the day I don't know what they're going to be used in yet, so they can be finished off when we get to that point. So that's those two done. I think I'll just do one more and then we'll see where we get from there. Now then, I am going to trim him out just because I want to use him on here. Sorry, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. It's really difficult to trim things when it's at arm's length, isn't it? But I'm only just roughly trimming. I'm not doing fussy cutting in its truest form. Just around there. Around there. some of the shadow edging. And around there. Okay, so that's him. I'd like to use him. I don't know if I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut it out. But I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use this or not. We shall see. The concentration is palpable, guys. Let me come around there, like so. Okay. Let me get rid of those little bits. Right then, I'm just wondering if I can perhaps... No, I don't think that's going to work, is it? I thought perhaps I might be able to use both of them, but I don't think it's going to work quite. No, I don't like that. So maybe, and now I've cut him out, I'm not really sure I like him either. I think I might just go with him and just trim off the edge bits because I quite like this here. So I think I'll do that. Okay, we'll go with a little bit of this. I'm going to say a little bit. I want to potentially about that much. And again, I'm just taking off the straight edge on it. I do think it looks better with the torn edge, certainly for grunge anyway. Just takes a little minute to just tear it down, doesn't it? That's that one done. Let me tear that off there. And maybe with that I could just go straight up to the edge on that, which will save a little bit of time, won't it? So, get myself organised again. Yeah, so I've got my granddaughter for the next couple of days. I've no idea what we're doing. Haven't got anything planned, but she does love crafting. She loves everything I do, which is very endearing. So it's always nice when she comes, because it's nice to be able to share with her. I think I'm going to go with a similar sort of theme on there. I wonder if I ought to just take that off of there. I think that's going to make that really fragile now I've done that, but we shall see. Might be better actually gluing the actual tag rather than the paper. I think this is just going to tear, possibly. Oh, maybe I might be lucky. There we go. Okay. Right, I quite like that that's folded over there. I'm just going to pop that down there. Ooh. Yeah, that's really gloopy. Gloopy loopy. Am I going to be able to use that bit? What about this? I'm just going to use one more bit of this. quite like that to go there. I like that little hole there for some obscure reason. Okay, I'm going to pop that there. That's all one of pieces. There we go. Just clean my fingers. My fingers are all gluey and horrible. And inky. Okay. I've gone down too low with that because I've covered up my hole. Oh well. I wonder if I bring him over there. Could trim that down there, couldn't I? That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna improvise. There, that works. That works. So we're going with, so I just want to pop a little bit of edging around there. There we go. Maybe a little bit of the background. Okay. Gonna pop him right there. What am I going to do with him? Maybe pop that there. I don't want to cover all this up. Oh, it's tough, isn't it, when you like bits and pieces? That's shiny. I don't like that. That looks ridiculous, Dawn. Don't be dick wigglers. What can I use on there, folks? Where's my box of bits? Now then, does that look like it's just been put there? Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. Oh, it looks too disjointed, doesn't it? I will win. I just don't know with what. Maybe. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do, folks. No, I'm losing half of him if I do that. I don't know. I'm going with it. I'm just going to look and see. If I don't like it, then bloody blah. Bloody blah. If I don't like it, then hard cheddar chum chops, really. Because once it's down, huh? Just going to do a bit of dabby bit on here, just to give it a little bit of, that's better. Right, let's see what we can do with this. I'm not sure this is going to be my favourite one, I'm not going to lie, but we'll have a look and see when it's done. Okay, so we want him just about there. And I'm going to trim that piece off. I might get a better idea once he's on there and I can see what's what then, can't I? Now then, that I was going to put under there, wasn't I? Maybe that way round. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because it's a heavier weight paper, this bit. Can't believe how dirty my fingers are. Gonna have to call it a day and go and have a wash. Pop that there. And then we're gonna pop this one on there. And you know what? We're still recording. I think I've managed to fix the issue. I'm so excited. Wouldn't it be marvellous if I've actually done it? Okay. Right, I think, therefore I am... where's the bits there? Let me just clean my little pinkies off a little bit. Let me scooch these all out of the way. And pop that in the bin, get out the way. Put these over here. Pop some ink around the edge. Oops. Got a bit overzealous there. That's not trimmed very well there, is it? That's better. Just do my cornery bits. It's just a thing I have. Corners have to... oh, I've missed completely there. Corners have to be aesthetically pleasing. There we go. Had a bit of an air bubble in him. I've just squashed it out. Right, I think that's him done. So, let's have a look and see what we've got. Where's my lid? There it is. Pop my lid on. Pop that over there out of the way. Clean my desk off a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's just... oh, I've all stuck to my desk. What's going on? Sorry, that's a horrible noise, isn't it? There we go. Right then. So, let me just stand up so I can see what's going on. So we've got him. I'm actually quite pleased with him now. I quite like that. That's lovely. And then we've got this one, which we did. We being the royal we, of course. So there's that one as well. That's just coming up there slightly. Okay, let me just pop a little bit of glue on there while I'm here. Get that glued down. There we go. Don't want that coming up. So we've got that one as well. Like her. I love that blue with her little skirt. I think that looks really nice. And then we've got this first one that I did as well. So, that's it. That's what we've got for today, guys. I hope you like them. That is really grunge in the truest form. That couldn't have been grungier if I'd have tried. And I will now look forward to seeing you all on Friday for the walkthrough of my romantique journal, which I'm very excited about. So enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. Take care, everybody. Bye.